So another interview here from the Faroe Islands and the renewable energy. Terry, who we met in the Isle of Man last year, you're the organiser and one of the hosts here of this event. It's
co-hosting.
Explain your position, though, here on the Faroes, what you do.
Well, I'm working with the energy company and have been that for 25 years nearly, but today I'm heading the R&D department, and we spent quite some time on looking into the future technologies, what to invest in order to fulfill our, say, vision, becoming 100% green in electricity production by 2030.
This vision is incredible because you seem to have got most of the players on side and the public on side. That is a tricky thing to do in some places, probably like the Isle of Man at the minute.
Yeah, I think, and I've said that many times before, I think it's really important in order to succeed. You have to have a common vision together with the policymakers, the government and the public in general. And I think we all are in line when it comes to this 2030 vision, and also in the industry we have quite a lot of salmon farming here in the islands, and also they would like to become green and pushing us in our back, see, please hurry up becoming green, because it influence or impact their I don't know, prices or something. So they really also would like us to go the green path fast.
Well, there are incentives here because the government takes the VAT off various things to prod you along the way, don't they?
Yeah, in terms of integration of EVs and heat pumps, you have the VAT refunded, but that's more or less all. And one thing, because if you charge your cars at home, controlled by itself, and the heat pump, those two uses cheap electricity prices. And you have a separate meter to measure this consumption, and you have a rebate of 0.5 Danish kroner per kilowatt hour, so it's quite a lot.
Of course, to people who don't understand, you were so diesel fronted because you have no interconnectors to the rest of the places. I mean, right. You are on your own basically, and absolutely. This has been quite a shift you've been doing.
It is, and that is maybe one of the hurdles that we don't have an interconnector, because we need to manage our grid at all times. So we need, for sure, the backup system from diesel power to be there for quite some years. But an average year in 2030, average year with average precipitation and wind, we would be running on 100% green.
And when you put in like the wind turbines, the visual impact, was there a pushback at the time from people, or was it accepted?
Yeah, no. I think if you go maybe some years back in time, people are generally very optimistic. But I think we experience now some resistance, mainly from the young people. That's how I feel it, at least. And that's why we need to have a plan B as well. And so we, at least, we do encourage the government to look into offshore wind if we are not allowed to install more wind on shore. So we need to have a plan B, and I would say we should do it quite fast to pick up those investigations needed in order to begin to think about offshore wind.
And what advice could you give people from the Isle of Man and the government and this sort of getting it on side, because we don't seem quite on message. There's still a reluctancy, it appears to be anyway, because nothing's started yet.
Yeah, the big question is maybe why is there such a reluctancy? Because you can look at different islands around the world. They're doing it. So it's not a technical problem. So it must be some political problem, and I don't have the right answer to that. But I say just go ahead, learn from other islands, do the first steps. Install some wind, install some PV panels, and lower your fossil fuel consumption by that at the start. Then build on from that. And we've heard this morning from presentation from Isle of Man that there are tangible plans available. So just start. That's my...
Okay. Well, finally, this is a conference bringing people from all around the world here. Everyone's learning from everybody else. Yes. There's never probably the best time to jump at anything, but certainly it's moving on a heck of a pace. This is where the Isle of Man now should be getting on board, right?
Sorry,
the Isle of Man needs to get on board now.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's no waiting. Go ahead right away. It must be from an economical point of view also an interesting way to deal with it. Huh?